tell her I know she was there straight away. Mum's like, please tell my daughter I know that she was there. I know she was there. Do you know where there's, I don't know if it's like Mabel or...
Is her name Mabel?
Mabel, oh cool, right. I'm like, go on Mabel, go on. She's like, right, come on, I'm coming through, come through. She's kind of, and please, take this as a compliment. She's like, don't we look like each other? And she's kind of like crouching down by you there. She says, don't we look like twins? I'm like, you do, you look wonderful with pairing. And she says, we look like each other, don't we? And she keeps saying it over and over and over again, bless her. And in fact, Mum's very glamorous. So you look a lovely lady, and so does Mum as she's coming through. She says, tell her my hair looks good. And she's like poofing her hair up there. She says, I look good, I feel good, and I can taste the hairspray and stuff. So she looks good, she feels good. Do you know if there would have been something to do with memory, to do with Mum?
No.
Because she didn't show me dementia, which is why I had to mention. Yeah, she didn't show me dementia, but I had to mention something about the memory, or her memory. So I don't know if that's more being confused or not being able to communicate properly nearer towards the end. Sometimes it could be a connection to that. She showed me being asleep a lot though nearer towards the end. Yeah. So there's a reference to do with that from what she's gathering. She keeps putting her hands out. So are you already wearing the ring of Mum's now?
I've had something made with earrings.
Perfect. Was it 3 things or 2 things that was made from Mum's rings? Or for example, let's say if I can see you keep touching your wrist there, so if it's to do with the bracelet, I don't know if there's 2 significant parts of it, or if there's something to do, there's something either 2 or 3, I can't quite.
There's 2.
So, listen, this might not be the one with the heart shape on it, but she keeps showing something with a heart. So
it's a Tiffany heart.
Perfect. So please know that this is just Mum's way of validating that she knows of what you've done with the jewellery, and she says thank you. So she appreciates the way that. Did you hear that? The way I'm like, listen, through this way, Mabel, not this way. She's quite strong in that sense there. But she says, I just wanted to really validate that so that you know that you did the right thing with her belongings. So for that, she's very, very grateful. In there. And you also have clothing of Mum's too, though, correct?
I do, yeah.
Because I don't know if you was, because I know you've got a really nice coat on there, because Mum loves your coat. This is how she kind of wanted to talk about it and drag me to you in that sense. She's like, mention a nice coat. Mention that lady with the nice pink coat. My daughter. She's like the proudest lady. So I don't know if you've also got coats of Mum's or jackets of Mum's, because I don't know if you was meant to, or you was looking at them before, like, do I wear one of these, do I not? She's laughing, saying, you wear whatever you want. She says, tell her I'm saying thank you for the way that she's looked after my things, the way that she honours my memory. She says, tell her I really do appreciate it. So continues that. So would I be correct in saying that Dad's also crossed over?
Yes.
So again, she has to know, I do feel like we would have had Mum for longer, correct?
Yes.
Because she says your dad is here. I know we're in a room full of people, so I'm going to kind of, Mum will say it carefully, but would you understand with why Dad would be apologising?
Yes.
Because his words, not mine, and I'm asking him to be a bit careful with it, because, it's personal, but because your Mum's here, Dad's there, and she kind of had her arm out to him in the sense of, I need to ask you if you're okay with him to come through. Yeah. So, are you okay with that?
Yeah. Because
the very first thing, if Dad places there, is the biggest apology to you. Because he says, please tell my daughter I'm saying sorry for the way that I made her feel. Sorry for letting her down. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
He says, I wasn't always there for when she needed me in the way that I should have been. He says, and for that, he says, oh, I needed to know I'm sorry. I don't know if the alcohol connection is to do with your dad. There's something about alcohol that I keep seeing there. Or it could be connections around like pubs or something, I don't know. But there seems to be a connection with that from what I'm gathering there. Your mum's telling me to tell you that she has kicked Dad's ass a few times, so she's not let him get away with it. She's like, he ain't got away with nothing. She's like, he has got away with nothing. Because if Mum, bless, was quite soft for some reason when it came to Dad. But I didn't get that impression from Mum at first. She was like, get over here, get talking. So, this is gone now. She says to me, no, I've kicked his ass. I told him what for, told him that he needs to be on his best behaviour if he's to come and talk to our daughter. So she's really tried to, kick him into shape, so to speak there. She probably physically as well, I don't know. But she just says, your dad does sincerely mean it, but that doesn't mean that you've got to leave here this evening like, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. Your dad wants you to take that apology and find forgiveness, not for him but for you, so you can release that weight off your shoulders to him. Okay. Because your mum says to me, Mike says, I couldn't wish for or ask for anyone better. She says, please tell my daughter I really do value her and everything that she did for me in this life. She says she wasn't just a daughter, she was a best friend too.
She was.
And she says to me, we did everything together. you know, we go everywhere together. She keeps showing me ships as well, so I don't know if we ever went cruising or whatnot, but because she's like on a cruise here of mine, so do you understand the
I
reference?
took her on 30 cruises.
Wow, hey, do you know who got me? Don't know about the cruise. I'll probably wave you off and just meet you there by plane. But Mum's like, wow, that's amazing. God, you've got some brownie points there for that. I love that. Good for you. Good for you. And she says, no, she says, Mike, she says, everything that she ever did for me in this lifetime, tell her that I'm saying thank you. She says, not just the cruise, she says, but being there for me emotionally, physically, you know, asking for help when it was needed in the right places. Your mum really appreciates it. She really does appreciate you. And she shows me as well, and don't be alarmed by this, because it's nothing scary, but Mum kept showing me, like, having pictures up of her in your house, but she kept showing me, like, where we know that how you have them, because she's laughing about you being very particular anyway, but she keeps showing, like, moving them slightly. So I don't know if this is, like, on a stand or on a wall, and if it's wonky or something, she just keeps showing me messing with things like that. Yeah. So keep an open eye for them, and if it gets too much, just tell her to behave, but she probably won't listen, because she's quite a rebel there in spirit, but she says to me, she says, no, honestly, she says, Mike, I did have difficult times around my daughter's dad, it wasn't always easy, she says, but she says, I really don't focus on that part of my life anymore. She says, I really don't. She says, I focus on all the incredible times that I got to share with family. She says, and for that, I'm extremely, extremely grateful. She says, we've been to so many beautiful places, so many. I do believe we visited a couple of places, but we kind of went back to a couple of places, if that makes sense. I don't know if this is to do with the cruise or not, but she kept showing me reference to do with that there. And she says, thank you for allowing me to create those memories with you. She says, I really do appreciate it. She's talking to me about the chair as well, so I don't know if you've got Mum's chair or... She keeps showing me a chair, but it's kind of like, do you know one of those cool ones that are like electric and they can kind of like sit you up and massage you and stuff like that? How do you connect with the electric chair? Not in that way. As soon as I said it, I was like, God's sake. So I always do, I always think myself.
I broke my leg when my mum was dying, and I couldn't go to, I had her chair. Electric mobility chair.
We'll use mobility chair, that sounds better. Yeah, right, okay. So that'll be what she's trying to validate. The reason why she's bringing that through as validation is because she wants me to know that she is at peace. She doesn't need anything like that anymore. She's up and at them there. She says, I'm fine. She says, my back's fine. My legs are fine. She says, everything's okay. Tell her that everything is okay. And she puts her hand on your shoulder very gently. She says, you tell my daughter she's dreamt of me. You tell my daughter I've come through to her before. And I don't know if this has been a bit of a crossover where you've been kind of in and out of sleep and then you've woke up and seen or felt her there. But know that that is Mum. Know that she's always with you. She says, I'm always there, never more than a thought away. And she keeps putting her feather in her hand and she's like blowing feathers at you there. So keep an eye out for finding those little nudges from heaven there, because I know that that'll be Mum connecting with you. But please know she's so proud of you. She's so proud for the way that you took care of her, the way that you was there for her, how you showed up for her. In every aspect of her life, she really appreciates that. She wants to see you enjoying yours a little bit more now, love. So I don't know if there's already 2 more cruises booked, or we've been talking about more cruises, but she's laughing about 2 cruises. So get them booked, get on them bloody cruises and enjoy your life. Good. And this is 2 that's booked?
2 booked.
Rest my case. Mum's like, I was there, I'm always there. So please know that Mum really wants to leave a love with you there. She's just leaving my mind, going straight back to you. So thank you for allowing me to bring it through there.
Oh, thank you.